Welcome, Kletus Roadside Service. Today's Saturday, the 22nd, I believe. Yeah, 22nd, February. We're rolling. I had to come in to do run trash. Not a big deal. I didn't have to, but they asked me if I wanted to, and I said, "Oh yeah, send me in, coach," because this is pretty cool. Because it's not like I have to be here at fucking 7 a.m. and super cold and dark and stuff like that. It's just get it done before noon. So it's 9 o'clock now, and I'm just now leaving the shop. Man, oh man, having a good time. Friday was a pretty good day. I sat and I finished my OSHA 10-hour training at the shop. Didn't have to go outside to do any work at all. Went out and had quesadillas at a nice little Mexican joint down the road here. It was fucking delicious. I ordered 2 because I'm fat. And then I went back to the shop to finish my training. And man, I was so productive. Other than just getting my training done, I also finished all my paperwork. And my paperwork was kind of a mess whenever, I had truck breakdowns. I had a couple different jobs, different days, and it was, I'm so glad I did that yesterday during work hours, so I technically got paid to do it rather than trying to do it Sunday night. I'm like, got one eye open, I'm just like falling asleep. And I'm trying to finish my paperwork Saturday night, either that or show up Monday morning and try to get it done during the meeting, and it's just like not good. But got her done, got her did. Oh, gotta get this spitter ready. Also wrote me up a whole meal plan. Not exactly a meal plan, but I'm getting back into the diet. I don't really want to get my hopes up too much because usually when I get my hopes up, I fail. But I did tell the wife to buy me all this fucking crazy shit. Not crazy shit, but just meat shit. So, hopefully I can get back to eating right. Where the fuck is the traction control button? It says my traction control is fucked up. I don't fucking know. I don't give a shit. It's got traction, so we're good. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I played some video games. I talked with my buddy at work there, and I think I found what my son's gonna get for his birthday. It's in April, so it's a ways away, but I had been thinking about getting him one of these Oculus things, and I was just sitting there talking with that one of my guys at work, and he's like, "I got one I'd sell you." I was like, "Oh, really? How is it?" He's like, "Dude, it's fucking awesome, but the kids they never play it. It just," he's like, "I had a stand like 3D printed for it when we first got it, and then the kids like played it 5 times, and it's just been sitting on the wall, collecting dust and shit." I was like, "Oh, all right." So probably gonna pick that up off of him for, relatively cheap compared to what you could get other ones off like Facebook Marketplace and shit, like under $150. So I'm gonna get that picked up. Not this check, but eventually. He said he'll hold on to it. He's like, it'll. I promise you, it'll still be on the wall. I'm like, all right. In the back of my head, I know usually what happens is if somebody has something that I'd like to buy, then this hasn't happened all that often, but I mean, it is something that would happen. It was as soon as you show interest in it, they go home and they're like, yeah, I'm thinking about selling this, and then they're like, let me play it one last time, and they turn it on, they play it, and then the kids see them playing it, and then the kids want to play it, and then it's like, then they're just playing it every fucking day. And then it's like, oh, I was going to sell that to a guy at work, but now my kids are actually using it. Let me just hold on to it. So I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. But some stuff like that has happened in the past. And, so I'm not getting my hopes up too high. Maybe I should just jump on it as soon as I can. But I don't know if that'd be a good idea, because then it'll end up getting in his hands too soon, you know. But also, me and my wife, we were kind of talking about it a little bit, but he hasn't been playing a lot of video games lately. I mean, he's been playing my phone. Like, that's the best thing that or not the best thing, but that's the thing that he wants the most, is my phone. That's all he wants to fucking play, is my phone. And I'm like, what about your Switch? You know, you got friends online playing, and we just hadn't noticed him playing the Switch very often. And I don't know if it's because the Switch keeps fucking up. Like, every time he tries to join a lobby, it like kicks him out, something like that. I don't know. But anyways, like, whenever he is playing the Switch a lot, and I mean, it just comes down to parenting, really. But we're pretty loose. You know, do whatever you want, as long as you're not, getting into trouble and, doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. You know, you follow the house rules. You know, he gets to play on the Switch as much as he wants, really. And he just hasn't been wanting to play it a lot lately. But whenever he does play it, it's like he's in his own little world. And I kind of brought it up to my wife, I'm like, I don't even know if this is a good idea, because right now we have the PlayStation VR, and he gets on that, and, but that's like, you got to get it set up for him. It's downstairs. My daughter goes downstairs. We're all down there, and he's playing that. But with the Oculus, there's no wires. He doesn't need to have a special room for it or anything like that. So I just don't know if it's going to be a good idea to get that for him. Like, he's already, like, isolated whenever he's on his Switch. Give him some fucking goggles and a crazy virtual reality world that he can just do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't know. It's like, we'll see his face no more. I mean, obviously, it just comes down to parenting. Just say, all right, you get like an hour on it or whatever. But I don't really necessarily agree with that, because every video game that I have, I don't want to play it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. When I sit down to play my game, I'm sitting down to play my game for a while. Most of my games aren't a thing you can just sit down, except for like that Pokemon game. But even the Pokemon game, it's like I'll lose track of what the fuck I'm doing. So I need some time to play it and get into a rhythm, and then you're on a roll. You're going. You're having a great time. This is what you wanted to do, And it's just a time suck is what it is, but it's fun. So I don't know. We'll probably still get him the Oculus, but yeah, probably just work on limiting his time with it. But I don't know. I think it'll be. Just imagine if you were 6 years old and you had an Oculus. He's 6 years old, but I don't know. Maybe we'll do it like you can only play it if you have it like linked to the TV, and we can all sit around watch him. We can all take turns. It could actually turn into something a lot more fun than just him sitting by himself in his room playing it or whatever. So, anyways, just an 8-hour day yesterday. Got off work, got home, got cleaned up, and then took off to go to, hello, buddy. Fucking ride my line, why don't you? Um, yeah, went home, got cleaned up, and then took off, dropped the kids off at Momo's, and hung out over there for a while. Had a good time. I haven't seen them in a little bit. My parents haven't been over there for a while, so it's nice to kind of hang out with them for a little bit. My stepdad is a big. He's not super political, but he watches all the political shit. So, and he doesn't have anybody really to talk about politics with, unless he's at work. I guess I don't know, and I don't think he really wants to do that too much at work either. But so I come over and we talk about, like, and he tells me stuff that he's done that I hadn't heard about or whatever. You know, the president, Elon, and everything. My mom got a new job, so we were talking about that, and that was a good time. But then it was already like 6 o'clock, and I was like, all right, we're going to get out of here. And I took my wife over with my best friend, Luke. He invited us over to this place. It's called Reroll, and it's a board game bar. And they had trivia and karaoke night, and right next door to it is a pop-up bar. We didn't go to the pop-up bar. It was a Britney Spears themed this month or whatever. I didn't understand pop-up bars because she was like, yeah, they do a lot of pop-up bars, and I really want to go to them. I'm like, yeah, but they just like pop up and then they're gone. She's like, well, I mean, they last a few months. I'm like, huh? I was like, no. She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, they have themes for like a month or whatever. I was like, oh, I guess I don't understand what the fuck a pop-up bar is. I thought a pop-up bar was like, I don't know, a random building, and then they just stock it full of beer and alcohol, and they do a theme, and then it's just like a one night only type of deal, and you got to be lucky to get there. Like, she's like, no, that's not how it works. I was like, oh, I thought it was like a niche thing, but no, it's like a bar will just, you know, put up a theme, and there'll be that theme for a while. So anyways, she was like, yeah, I really want to go to some of those. There's been a few of them that I really like. I'm like, oh, okay. So we'll probably start doing some pop-up bar stuff for her. She's excited about it. I'm actually driving right by the Reroll place right now. Um, but no, we had a great time. My wife was really happy about it. I was happy about it. Damn. All right, my ABS is a little fucked up too. Something's going on with this truck. Something is going on. I'll have to get it to the job site and turn it off, turn it back on. Because I got the traction control, ABS, and engine light are on for some reason. Yeah, like locked up one of my tires back there. Just slowing down for a stoplight. I'm empty. I'm just a tractor right now. But yeah, my pickup truck also doesn't have ABS. That was not really a shock to me. I just never really noticed. And then I was driving around in the snow, and I was like, I don't think this does have ABS. Usually, it says ABS on the foot pedal and everything, or it'll pop up on the dash or something like that. But I slammed on the brakes on ice, and it just slides. I was like, oh shit. Now, in my video games, ABS is needed for everything because you just whenever you're on the gas, you're on the gas. When you're on the brakes, you're on the brakes. In real life, I guess it's not that big of a deal. It only whenever it's icy out or wet, or I guess, but not too worried about it. But it was just kind of I was like, oh yeah, this 92 doesn't have ABS. And I already knew my 79 didn't have ABS. It's old. But yeah, so we got to the bar. I had a delicious burger. It was a thick boy too. I was kind of worried it was like a single beef patty, single quarter. It was actually a half pound patty, I think. I don't know. I was like, damn, this is pretty. It is pretty fucking delicious. Um, we got pretzel bites. My wife got a drink. You know, we weren't a fan of the bartender, but I don't think anybody there was. It was it was really slow. Like we ordered a drink and our food came out. We ate and we were like already in the middle of trivia before she even got her drink. And I had already gone up there to check on it at one point in time. But no, even with that, it was still a good time. Um, I just drank Cokes all night. I didn't, which I know isn't great, but I was just trying to have something to drink that wasn't water, and I don't know, drank probably 4 or 5 fucking Cokes. Jesus, it was awkward because I had a headache most of the day yesterday, but once I got there, like the headache went away. But even driving there, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna have a good time. I got like a fucking nagging headache on the back right side of my head. I'm just like, oh fuck. But it went away, and we're good to go. And I got up, I sang a couple karaoke songs. Everybody at the table sang karaoke songs. I was quite pleased with that. I was like, wow, you know, because usually sometimes like especially with a group that you're not really familiar with, because we had 8 people. Um, but yeah, every single person went up there and sang. I sang 2 songs. I They said I did fine. You know, I thank you for being nice and kind, but I could tell that I was not doing very good when I was up there. Like, first off, so it's a trivia bar. Well, not the trivia, but people were playing card games and stuff at the tables too. It's like this is like a Dungeons and Dragons fucking hub. So they do all kinds of games and stuff, but then they have like walls of board games and stuff. Well, it fucked me up because some people were playing a card game, and not on the first song. The first song was Amish Paradise, and like the first probably half of that song, I did pretty. I was doing great, but then I don't know, something happened, and I fucked up. I lost my train of thought because I wasn't reading the lyrics, and the lyrics were kind of like behind you, so you had to turn. And so I don't know, I fucked up some of the lyrics and I was like, oh shit. And I had to turn around and grab the mic off the stand. And then I was just staring at that. And then I was like nervous from there on out. But before that, I was like doing great. Like I normally, because I've done karaoke several times. And I was doing great. But then I don't know, I lost track and it just threw my whole rhythm off. And then I started getting nervous. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I just got cold feet up on the stage or something. I don't know. I just got nervous. It's a weird feeling. Even though like I knew I'm not like there to impress anybody, and nobody there is like going to be upset if you do bad or anything. So it's weird that I got nervous up there, but I did, because usually whenever I used to do karaoke in the past, it was in a bar, like a bar with a bunch of like, you know, serious people, and I would be up there doing some silly shit, and you know, it was much more. If you looked at both venues, it was a much more stressful audience at the other ones, and I usually did just fine at those. But this one, I don't know, something happened. Maybe it's just I hadn't been on stage in a while. But so I sang that. I was the second one to sing. And I sang Amish Paradise. They said I did great. I did okay, but then I think it was before I even sang my first song, I had already booked my second song, and I was like 7th in line or something like that. So a bunch of other people went, and then I had to go up and do. I did Citizen King, and the bottom drops out. That song. I've seen better days. I can't even fucking do it. It's really bothered me to even try to attempt to try to give you a hint on what song it is by singing it. I did so bad on that one, and that one, I I let the I let some people in the crowd get to me. They weren't talking to me, but I thought they were talking to me at the beginning because I was walking up and I said, "Feel free to sing along like you do in your car, like me." And somebody said, "Boo!" Nobody else heard them say that, but there was people playing card games, and they were saying "boo" to each other or something like that. And I was like, "Oh!" And then I don't know. There was something else that happened, like in the middle of my song. They were like, "Yeah!" Well, not like yeah. They were like, "No!" I don't know what the fuck they were saying. They were just playing a card game, being loud, which is fine. But I thought, because I was just staring at the fucking lyrics. I was like, I'm just gonna do the fucking lyrics, and I just hear all these things happening in the room, and it fucked me up, and I got real nervous. And I promise you, like I tried to hold it as much composure as I could, but inside I was freaking the fuck out, and there's no reason for that. So then I sat down. I said I ain't going back up. And so the only difference between like karaoke sets at different places in this place was at the other places I was drinking. I was not drinking at all. I hadn't had a drop of alcohol the whole night. So, and it doesn't take a lot to get me feeling pretty good. So, um, what are you doing, dude? You got to figure out what the fuck you're doing before the fucking on ramp, you fucking Rowell. So, they said I did fine. Maybe I did do fine, but inside I was freaking the fuck out, and I just didn't want to go back up. But I'm telling you, everybody else at the table went up and sang a song, and they fucking killed it. I'm not even joking with that. They all in just fucking Seva Logistics. You motherfucker. We had a green light, and you stopped and waited for it to turn fucking red before you went. Now we gotta wait on this fucking traffic and shit. I can't remember all the songs that were played, but I'm telling you, my buddy Luke, holy moly, he went up there like this was his job for the day, and he wasn't cutting no corners. He went up there and sang as good as anybody could, like that, like better than anybody could. It was fucking insane how I was like, whoa, this is not something. Both me and my wife were sitting there like, whoa, we didn't know that Luke could do that. Like, he's got a decent voice, but I didn't know he had a singing voice. That guy can sing. And then his future wife, Nick, she goes up there, and we were just talking about songs that she was going to sing, and I was like, sing Jewel. She's like, I am. And she had already picked out a song, and it was Who You Gonna Love, or so, I don't fucking know what song it was, but it was a Jewel song. And she went up there, and like, she blew the crowd away. We were all like, whoa, holy, the pipe's on her. Holy moly, that was good. And she went up there several times, and even my wife, which I didn't think she was going to go up there. She went up there with a group of girls. They sang Ice Spice or Spice Girls or something, and she did wonderful. I was so happy. And yeah, it was a good time. There's also this dude. He's a regular there. His name is Justice, and I don't know. You would looking at him, you're like, oh, I don't know who this guy is. This guy, but no, he goes up there and he sings. He is a singer. He is born to be on the stage. He did several songs, and they were all bangers. Universal, you can't just fucking block every fucking trailer. I can't see. I can't fucking see. I gotta get out and look at these fucking trailers. I can't fucking see them. I don't. No, none of those are mine. Universal's just parked in them, blocking 8 fucking trailers. Can't even fucking see them. Don't know why I'm seatbelting up. I'm just driving around the corner here. And yeah, we did trivia. We got second place in trivia. And I was like, oh, what's the prize? I figured it'd be like, oh, free drinks or like 2 free drinks or something. No, it's $30. So it's like 3 free drinks. But no, that's pretty fucking cool. And yeah, we were all happy with it. We stayed until I think midnight-ish. But my wife, she didn't like every food that they had was kind of like she could have modified a bunch of stuff, but she just decided not to eat anything but pretzel bites there, which is fine. So that didn't feel like it clicked in. Huh? All right, clicked in. So she was like starving part of the time, so, and she didn't. Eventually the bar or the food had closed out and everything. So we did leave a little earlier. We were the first of the group to leave, but no, we had a great time. It's a good time. We played all kinds of board games. We played Operation. We played Guess Who. Connect 4. I think they had some sort of backgammon or I don't know, marble game. And just several others. We had a really good time. Me and the wife, we don't go out all that often, especially on a Friday night, because usually I'm worn the fuck out. But luckily, I had just stayed at the shop all day. I was a little worn out just from staring at a computer screen all day. But I was surprised that I stayed up as long as I did doing it. It's a good time. Anyways, I'm gonna get this trailer hooked up and then I'll be back. And we're back. We're hooked up. Ready to head to the landfill. It's gonna be a great time. Gotta make sure these people fling and fly all around this fucking yard. Just gotta make sure nobody flies into me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Oh, never mind. All the lights are gone now. Wonderful. Guess everything's all fixed now. Love it when it fixes itself. I still don't have a pin in this fucking truck. I don't know why there's no pin in this truck. I don't know. Is that guy sleeping? Okay. Guard, open the gate. Open sesame. Open sesame. Open sesame is what we always thought growing up. Open sesame. Open sesame, I think is what they really said. Maybe I'm backwards. Talked to the mechanic at the shop just a little bit ago. He's there. I thought he usually has the kids with him, so I came in there screaming, hooping, and hollering. He's got two little boys. They're just they're just so cool. They're fun to hang out with. Um, but he didn't have them today. But I came in there fucking screaming and yelling, and then he came out and we were just talking, and I'm just like, man. And I was like, dude, that mechanic, because I hadn't talked to him about the mechanic, because both me and him are the ones that are standing next to him while he's putting the drive shaft in, and say, you got him tight, right? He's, yep, got him tight. And I was like, dude, that guy didn't have him tight at all. He's like, well, he's still working on it. He's still learning. I'm like, all right. So he sees something in him. All right, I guess so. I'm like, man, oh man. He's like, he got a toolbox now. I was like, yeah, I know. I saw it in there. Like, does he have any tools yet? He's like, no, but he don't need no tools. I'm like, what? He's like, he ain't gonna be doing anything special. I'm like, all right, whatever. But you know what? So this mechanic, he's like the really good mechanic. He's the one that rebuilds like engines and shit. He knows what the fuck he's doing. He's got a whole area to himself, and it's like, man, whenever they hired him on, and they were like, oh yeah, it's like another one of you. And he's like, no, he ain't one of me. I'm like, well, I know, but they said that he was, so we were gonna have like two elite mechanics here that could, you know, rebuild an engine on the side of the road if needed, you know, or something like that. You know, at least have the skills to do it. And he's like, no, they're not gonna pay for another one of me. I'm like, I mean, I think they would. I don't know why because right now it seems like they're just throwing away their money. Like this guy, everything he's going to do, you're going to have to go back and either fix or at least check everything this guy does. Because I mean, he already lost my trust. It's not there, man. So anytime I have him work on anything, I'm going to have to go check it out and I'm not a mechanic, so it's not like I mean, I can put a drive shaft on. I put a clutch in my truck. I did an engine swap on a fucking Ford Contour. I mean, I don't have the greatest fucking track record, but or the greatest, you know, resume on that, but I've done some shit. I don't know what this guy's done. I feel like he just aired up tires and changed oil, maybe, and even him changing oil, I'm like, man, you got to make sure. Like, did you change the filter, dude? You got to change the filter. Did you take the wrapper off of the air filter? You know, like shit like that is what I hope we're not going to be running into. Would you look at that? Somebody broke down, blocking the FedEx driver. Poor guy. But yeah, I was like, dude, you need to check out that scrap dumpster too, because there's some good shit in there. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, man. They've been throwing away a lot of good shit over here lately. And it's all metal and everything, so you know, we'll get paid for it, but they don't care. If somebody can get some use out of it, they'd rather that than or they just don't give a fuck at all. We have a big scrap dumpster. When it's full, we take it to the scrap yard. That's all they care about, and it will get full. Ford, you better not try to race me, you fucking bitch. All right, bring her down. Yeah, you fucking Ford Escape. I fucking hate you. I hope you stub your toe in the middle of the night and the lights don't turn on. I was pulling on the highway. He is like an on-off ramp lane, and he was getting on the highway as I was, speeding past him, and he's speeding up, and then he's just fucking right next to me. I just laid on it a little bit more, and I fucking got past him. And then he ride my ass all the way on the exit. It's like, motherfucker, you're in my way, okay? I don't remember eating popcorn, but I had like one of those fucking little tiny popcorn kernel shell things stuck in between my gum and my tooth. I just finally got it out. I keep fucking poking at it and stuff. Is behind my tooth, not in front. I finally got it out. It's been there. I don't know when I ate popcorn. Holy shit. No, I had popcorn the other day. My daughter brought some home from school. She wanted me to eat some. Kids went to school. Well, my son went to school Friday. Oh, he came back. He's just like broing everybody. He's like, bro, bro, bro. I mean, he does that regular, but he was on it. He came back a little ornery little shit. Got to hang out with his friends, and they finally had their Valentine's Day. So they came home with all these Valentine's Day little gift things, and my daughter's all pissed off. Not pissed off, but just like sad. Yeah, she didn't get to go to her school. Wasn't on Friday, so she didn't. That's the first day they went back. Um, so she'll go on Monday, and then she'll have her Valentine's Day. But she is not happy that he got to take his Valentine's Day box in to school and get a bunch of Valentines and come back. Bunch of little trash toys all over the house now. And he is like, these are all mine. No, you can't have any. It's like, come on, bud. Share with your sister. Yeah, today would be a really good day to pull my truck into the shop since it's Saturday and nobody's there. And I can go in and I could probably get my four-wheel drive to turn back on. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I need to get this trash offloaded and get the fuck out of here. Get back home and get the kids picked up, and then I don't know. I would like to find myself wandering down to the garage and then just hanging out in the garage, like, I don't know, not the rest of the day, but most of the day. That would be kind of cool. I just added all that shit to my garage. I just shoved a bunch of stuff out of the way, and I'm, just a pile of tools, just scoot them across the floor, and then put more shit in my garage. It's like, I'd really like to be able to just fucking clean this stuff up. I mean, I'm getting the cleaning bug for the garage, and I've said it before. The garage was the final frontier of the house. So, and today it's actually going to get up to almost 40 today, which is going to be nice. Might even be able to open up the garage, move some shit outside, and then back inside. I need to get another day, maybe Sunday. It's going to be even warmer, I think. So, might go out and get all the cars cleaned out. Get the 79 cleaned out. Get all the tools and all the shit out of there. Put them away. Get all my 92. Since I bought my 92 from my brother back, like, there's shit that he's had in there, shit that I've had in there. There's just shit everywhere. Get everything put away and organized. Do some laundry also. And then my cruise is sitting there just not doing anything. I'd like to get that thing cleaned up, get the interior cleaned out, and just make it like a ready to sell, because I'm thinking next week I'm going to make it to the DMV and go in. I got to turn in my paperwork to get the title, get that lien taken off. And then once I got the title, post it up, bud. Post it up. Get rid of it. But in the meantime, I got to get it cleaned up a little bit. Probably get some little wax or something, wipe it down, try to scuff out a little bit of scratches here and there, get the window cleaned up because there's still residue from duct tape on there. And yeah, just vacuum it up, get it all clean. I passed this semi earlier, and now he thinks he's going to pass me. Buddy, you ain't going to pass me. Unless he's turning here, which would be different. I know I'm dragging a bunch of shit. Not a bunch of shit, but there's a couple of bands and little shit that's stuck on the back of the trailer that I couldn't get ripped off and thrown in the parking lot of the place where I pick up the trailer. And nobody wants to follow a trash truck anyways. You'll get me on this light. You'll get me on this light, buddy. Yeah, I guess we're going to start up this new run. Coming up really soon, I think. So this trash right now, it goes to the nearest landfill from this place. But they're going to change it up. They're going to be filling up some dumpsters. So we're going to have roll-off trucks. We're going to have a roll-off truck and a double rail loaded with two. And this compactor trailer. All headed down to Oklahoma. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Which is, it's insane that we're going to be hauling. Like right now, it takes like 4 hours to do it. And it's going to start taking like 10 to 12, possibly 14 hours to do these runs. Just one run. And right now, yeah, I say 4 hours, that's dragging your feet or waiting in line if there is a line. If there's no line, you could from leaving the shop to dumping and getting back to the shop, you can do it in like 3 hours. But they're going to change that up. Now every single trash run is going to be taking a lot longer. And hey, I'm all for it, whatever. It just seems kind of silly. What we're doing is we're taking trash down to this special landfill where they burn the trash and they get a tax incentive on burning or on recycling. I guess they recycle it by burning it to fuel electricity plant or something. I don't fucking know. But we're going to start going down there, and that landfill, it's not even a landfill. It's like a substation. So you pull inside of a building, and they have a big claw that comes down, and you dump your trash, and then they have a front-end loader push all the trash into a pit, and then the claw grabs the trash out of the pit and then puts it in the incinerator or whatever, or on a conveyor belt or something. And it gets separated, and then burned in different areas or something. I don't know. So, hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Gonna get me these runs back. I need to get some decent run here now. I just don't see how this is going to work. If we're going to have 3 truck drivers, 2 Class A's and a Class B, if not multiple Class B's, every single day running down to Tulsa, because like we run short of people regularly. Like we need more Class A drivers is what we need, and not right now, but during the summer. So it's just kind of weird. I guess it's not weird, you know. We're in the money making business, and if they just won't be taking on as many jobs. I guess if we're going to be busy doing this, we're going to be paid decent to do this. I'm excited for it, and I told the guy, I said, "Dude, I'm ready for it." It's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yes, I'm sure, dude. I want to get like a normal run. That's what I've been after this whole time." And the whole 3+ years that I've been here, I've been after like a steady run. And I know there isn't really such thing as a steady run, but there are runs that are pretty steady. Like there's one guy that he's like, yeah, the first 4 years that he worked here, that's all he was doing was driving from Kansas City to Tulsa every day, like every fucking day. That's what he did. He didn't really do anything else. And it kind of burnt him out on it. And I'm sure, you know, I would get a little tired of it too at some point in time, but it's going to take a while. Because I mean, get me on the road. That's what I'm after. Just don't send me in that fucking truck that's going to break down, you fuckers. I told you, motherfuckers. That truck ain't going to run. No, it's fixed. It runs fine. We tested it. Brother, you did not drive it for 4 hours to watch it fuck up. You need to drive it for 4 hours, get it to fuck up, and then get it to the shop while it's still fucking up, so you can fucking. So I don't know. Maybe next week that'll be part of my job. They're like, drive it till it fucks up, and then bring it back. Fuck yes, I will do that because I want that truck to get fixed. I don't want it to be fucked up. But anyways, I'm getting here into the landfill, and I don't think there's really much else going on today. So keep all 18 down. Adios. Talk to you later. Have a great night. Good weekend. And we'll talk to you later.